up, bud?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we in the building.
Hey, I'm a big fan, man. I'm a big fan.
Hey, man, thanks for all the things you guys are doing, man. We're trying to achieve as much as we can.
I know you, and you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. So, yo, let's not waste any time, man. Let's jump right into it. 3, 2, 1. What's up, y'all? It's your main man, Jay Sands. Sands on Sports, hip hop and sports entertainment at its finest. That's right, y'all. The big kid is at it again. Season 6, and this is episode 102, 102. And check this out. We're due today in sports history, and today in sports history, what happened was Walter Payton ran for 275 against the Minnesota Vikings. What year was that? Yo? That was year 1977. I was 5 years old. Walter Payton out there busting them down for 275. So that happened today in sports history. And as I said, y'all, this is the first hip hop sports podcast, started in 2008. First interview was Royce the 5'9" from Detroit, here in Baltimore at the Sonar, and we've been cranking them out ever since. And I have a co-host back. He's been on the show before, and he's back again. My frat brother, Aaron Burt, big time at ACM, Morgan State alum. So, Aaron, thank you for taking some time to come on the podcast today, bro. How you feeling?
Man, I couldn't think of a better time to be on here with the big new Greg Grant, spending some time with us, taking time out of the schedule to share some wisdom with us and talk about his campaign, I'm sure. So thanks for having me on the podcast, Jay Sands.
No doubt.
On a big day where the Steelers just fired Matt Canada.
We're both from Pittsburgh. Yeah, we're both from Pittsburgh. So yeah. we woke up this morning like, woo, yeah, Matt Canada gone. But anyway, yo, we have a special guest. As you see here, we're talking. This is a new cast now, because you hear we talking to another Kappa, So anyway, this brother's name is Rodney Red Grant. Brother Grant, thank you for taking time to come kick it with us, talk a little bit. And how are you feeling today, sir?
I'm feeling real sweet right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But we're going to keep it real simple. And I feel real good. It's a great day in Washington, D.C. Just to be able to be in a city that I love so much and, born and raised here, and being back home from Los Angeles and then engulfing myself into the community again just feels real good.
Yeah, you're really doing a good job with that, Nuke. Well, hey, can you give just the listeners a real short 20-second bio about yourself, please?
I would say
you kind of just did, but maybe 10 seconds.
I mean, I'm a humanitarian, philanthropist, entertainer. I feel like a lot of us. Well, I'm a father, husband, businessman. I've been able to produce about 25 shows for the Viacom Network, BET, MTV, Comedy Central. Produce a couple films, direct some films, and passion is giving back to kids. My program, like Beyond Your Block, we're taking kids off their block and showing them different things, and shoot cameras where we're showing them how to shoot film from thought to theater. Has been doing an amazing job in this country, and not only this country, but also Washington, D.C. So, I mean, that's a short bio on me. I'm running for at-large council member in Washington, D.C. right now, and came in second to the current mayor. We got the city on fire right now.
Got you. Well, what we like to do with our guests on Sands on Sports is ask them, all right, I can guess the question, but I still got to ask you, your favorite team starting with football?
Commanders.
Okay, got you. What about baseball?
I'm everything DC, national.
Okay, everything is a DC sweep. DC.
Well, let me ask you this, though. Did you want to say Redskins?
I always say Redskins.
Okay. you were just giving us the politically correct answer on the podcast saying Commanders.
Yeah.
I've never said Commanders in my life.
Well, let me say this to you. I'm trying to get used to saying it. I hope Magic Johnson come and throw the name in the trash and out of that stadium right there. You know, that stadium is the haunted house, where I call it.
Got you.
But till we move out that stadium and bring our stadium back to Washington, D.C., it's going, you know, we're going to keep going through the same things. The stadium, the teams didn't have hot water on Sunday to take showers. You know, that's embarrassing when a visiting squad comes to your stadium and they can't even take a hot shower and go home.
Hey, but look, guess what? Also, check it out. That's kind of good strategy as well. You know, you go to the Boston Garden. The Boston Garden's at visitors' locker rooms was always something was wrong with it. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, or when Chicago Cubs, they said that they had a guy that bunted, and the grounds crew used to lift the chalk up a little bit so his bunts could, you know what I mean? So there's always a little home. They call that home field advantage. You feel what I'm saying?
They got snuck into the stadium, cut all the hot water off, so we can come back to DC.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah, definitely gotta get back to the city. And speaking of the city, what sports did you play coming up in DC?
I played football, baseball.
Okay.
Two sports. I mean, I was everything in football and baseball.
Okay.
Scholarship to Savannah State University, where I played football with Shannon Sharp and played baseball too. And you know, those two sports kept me out of the BS in the neighborhoods, because I would leave the neighborhood and go uptown and go to school at Dunbar Senior High School, and you know, instead of going to my local school. And it changed the whole trajectory of who I am and where I've, you know, if that wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
Yeah, sports is definitely great for molding. I truly.
I'm gonna ask a question here on that, Jay Sands, if you don't mind.
Yeah, jump in, bro. Come on.
All right, for sure. Listen, you mentioned playing football at Savannah State, and we all know a few months ago, you know, that picture on social media went absolutely viral. I just want to know, you're a married man, you're a father. I know the DMs were going crazy, but let's stay away from that. You know, let's talk about what kind of Under Armour offers you got from that picture. What kind of Reebok, Nike offers came your way, you know?
Hey, you know, it's crazy because my DMs don't go crazy. They never go crazy. If they do, you know, you got two separate parts of your DM. The ones that you got to accept.
Yeah.
My DMs. I think I had a few people saying, "Ooh, that whole squad looks sexy" or so. I don't know. It's a few women golfing, but you know,
you don't pay no attention to that though. You ain't even see.
Like I still look the same. You know, I feel like I'm still in the same shape, but I'm not. But no, that was a good time. You know, that picture was taken. We was at Orange Crush. Every year we used to do Orange Crush down there at Savannah State University at the beach. And everybody used to come from all over, Bethune. I mean, just everywhere. You know, it was just like that spring break type situation. And, you know, it kept us out of trouble. And then we had muscles at the time. So we had, you know.
Young bucks. Yeah. Hey, well, check this out. This is a part of the show called Back When I Play. So can you give us a story, whether high school, college, whatever, of back when you played?
Back when I played, I always remember like the first game I ever played at Dunbar, freshman. Well, at the time we wasn't freshmen. You go straight to high school in the 10th grade. So I can remember scoring 4 touchdowns against Spingarn High School, and that was my first game ever. So you know, as a 10th grader coming into the, you know, I set the tone, and I had we had a starting running back named Jack at the time. He had got hurt, and I just got that opportunity to shine, and I took advantage of it.
Okay.
But any more stories of me, Red Grant, scoring touchdowns, and I can remember. I used to like to hit people, right? So even though I played fullback. When I got to state, and our coach was Coach Davis. I can remember I was on the practice squad when I first got there, and you know, in order to get off the practice squad to get your spot as a freshman, you had to really set examples. It was this dude named Mud. And then shout out to my man Mud and all the brothers who played with us. and he was he was probably the meanest linebacker I ever seen in my life. He used to come on the outside, and I can remember that day he was getting to the quarterback, trying to get to, and I cut block him. He flipped. He gets up, he's still going to cut block him again. He flipped. And coach was like, I see you, you little red boy. I see you. You ain't on the practice squad no more. And I never got back to that practice squad.
Ooh, yeah, man. See, and this is what I listen to Shannon Sharp podcast, so I heard him talk about you were a fullback. So this was my thought, man, about a full, because me, I played ball, you know what I mean? But I was like quarterback, receiver, run out of bounds when the action came, you feel what I'm saying? So being a fullback, that's like the Oklahoma drill every play, bro. So what was that like? Just every play, your job was to smash.
I tell people all the time, Shannon, he owes us.
Yeah.
Because our quarterback, Richard Basil, at the time said he just needed 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Give him 3 seconds, man. And we had a fullback named Ford. And Ford be mean. He was from Savannah. So, you know, he tell all the fullbacks and the linemen, they tell all, man, you give us 3 seconds, man, we're going to get the ball to Sharp. And you got to understand, Sharp was bigger than any cornerback that played in our division. So that's all they did is throw the ball up to Sharp.
Man, that's wild, yo. That's wild, man. Big up Shannon Sharp. And check this out. You hear the sound. That means we are going out of the first quarter, headed into the second quarter. Now, starting out the second quarter, I want to ask you about youth football and your involvement with that, Coach, because I know you are spending a lot of time with these youth in D.C., man, making it happen.
Well, you know, youth football is everything. I come from youth football. When I came home from Savannah State, I worked for the Department of Parks and Recreation, DPR. And I coached youth football. A lot of the young men that I coached at the time, because I was 19, they was 12, 13, 11, 12, 13, 14, that age. You don't think at that time how close the age group is. But, I coached a lot of great young men, and without that recreation center, a lot of young men wouldn't be here, So we all come from that recreation departments where, our mothers and our parents send us up to the rec, and that's how, we got babysat.
Yeah.
But we used to, outside playing, having a good time, and we got to find a way to get that energy back to our young people, protect our young people, give them safe passes. But right now, a lot of the youth football teams in Washington, D.C., I do fundraisers for them. I make sure they can go to Florida and play, and we've cut checks for a lot of different things. That's why, the philanthropy side of myself is pretty much, to me, the most important part of me right now.
Yeah.
To give, just to give back and see young men be successful, and we got to continue to give our young black men opportunity to be successful, and if we continue to do the right things. The government money to so many people, so many things, but we got to invest. I think it should be about $10 million a year just invested in youth football in Washington, D.C. I think that's in every city. You take $10 million a year, invested in youth football, invested in whatever else sports that, basketball, just keep our young people out so they can travel, so they can get out, have good uniforms, have equipment, all of that. That's a very important thing.
Let me ask you this. I agree. Every person has to do their part. Like every person has to get up and do the work that needs to be done. But do you think Magic Johnson could actually be the person to bring it all together for DC? I mean, he's with the Reds. I mean, Commanders. So don't you think that maybe he could be the person? I mean, because I don't know Magic Johnson, but just looking at Magic, it seems like that would be something he would want to do and go all in for. You know what I mean?
I think Magic is is doing a lot already for the city. He started already giving scholarships already. So I've talked to his folks over there at the Commanders. Me and my wife just became ambassadors for the Commanders. Okay. The whole event where we took 100 kids to the Commanders Stadium. and did a field day for them. And the Commanders are all in when it comes to youth football, and that's what I respect about them. Shout out to Morgan and them over at the Commanders, and I really want to just take over the youth football program at the Commanders. I want to be the one that really that program because every year I really want to put teams on the field, and we challenge Luke down in Florida. We challenge Luke out on the West because I feel like it's just so much talent here in the DC area that they can't mess with us.
Hey, we got some teams in Pittsburgh too. We got some youth teams. If y'all can go to Pittsburgh too and get some action.
all that.
I think that's important, keeping being able to keep them, keep the kids local, to play in the city because I live out here in Olney, Montgomery County. My daughter goes to Sherwood High School, and their quarterback literally was bussed in from DC. Big kid by the name of Amari Allen. He was an absolute stud. He took it in baseball and football. But for him to be able to play locally, not have to leave the DC area to go all the way to Montgomery County to school, I think that's big. You're gonna be able to spend some money to take care of that program out there.
Well, just thinking about it, like Johnson Middle School, they probably won. Shout out to Coach Mike. They won again last night. Their 7th championship in a row, 6th, 7th championship in a row. He probably has over 13 championships at that school alone in the middle school, and maybe more. It's been so many, but he's developing programs and players in a neighborhood where people say that those individuals won't make it. So for him to be able to show and teach discipline to our young men, and when I go out there, them young men are just like they're ready for society right now. So I don't think we should have to leave our neighborhoods to go all the way 30, 40 miles away just to play. But, until we get the, proper funding into the school systems and they can get the right, I wouldn't say teachers because the teachers are great in DC. I would say that they have to pay the teachers a little more, so that we got to invest into our teachers, and they can continue to invest into the youth. So but and the equipment. You go out to those schools out in Albany, and you go into their gym. That joint look like a college gym.
Yeah, college park in there.
Yeah, so you go into some of our school, gyms. And the weights not that they don't have they don't have the equipment, and you can say what you want, but the preparation comes with how you play. So you want to be prepared mentally, physically, spiritually. So we just got to give more to our young people.
Got you. Well, check it out. You hear that sound? That means we're going on the second quarter, going up to halftime. No, it's halftime, Coach. It's halftime.
On halftime.
Yeah, we're going to halftime real quick, and I want that because we're older gentlemen. So I want to ask you, what do you do to stay like stay in shape and stay healthy? Black man health stuff. What do you do?
I just came off a 21-day fast of fruit and vegetables. Anytime I feel myself getting thicker, or my wife say you look like you gaining weight, I know how to get it off. I like to do push-ups. I like to walk a lot. I tell people once you get to a certain age, you ain't running every day and all of that. Get a great walking regimen. But then I perform a lot too. So, being on tour with Cat Williams on the weekends. We doing big old arenas, and it just keep you in shape. That travel keep you in shape. And I just tell people to eat right, man. We can say what we want to, but the eating is a big part of everything. Yeah. So anytime I gain weight, I can't blame nobody but the sugar. And the BS that I've been putting in my body. Drinking will do it to you too.
I try to leave that drinking alone.
But we definitely gotta stay healthy though, man. It's important because we dying younger as black men.
Yeah, man. Shoot, look, my pops died at 54, brother. So I'm trying to get there. So yeah, definitely. But yo, you kind of heard the sound. We're out of halftime. Going into the third quarter. Now, of course, I got some Kappa questions, bruh. You know what I'm saying? What's the name of your chapter? I'm just going to run it through. Name the chapter.
Gamma Chi, man.
Boom. Boom.
Gamma Chi, man.
When you cross, you know?
Spring 90. I'm old head.
Spring, yeah, you got deference. I got deference over here. Yo, matter of fact, how important is deference? Cause I hate when Nuke ain't got no deference. How important is deference to you?
Well, we got to explain what deference is. Deference is giving up, your putting your pride aside and getting brother who been in that before you. So, that's what we got to have more deference in our neighborhoods to our seniors, and our young people got to give deference, and that's what we, sometimes we forget. But it's important, when you see an old head and you don't give them deference, man,
Soccer.
You
Soccer. You
wasn't made right.
Soccer. Yeah.
I'm getting the cut right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's how many cats was on your line?
5. It started with 7.
Okay.
It was 5.
Okay.
We was actually the last line that they actually let be on the yard, like out in the open,
90.
Yeah, spring of 90 was the last one.
Yeah, damn, that black college. Like I said, I went to Cincinnati, bro. So it's like, I went to white college, so it's different than y'all two going to black colleges. I'm sure, definitely.
Yeah, y'all can, but it's more people, and then y'all,
we could dip and dive because it was a lot of students, man. They definitely could dip and dive. Yep.
Our last line at Morgan above ground was 89, and that was Joe Clare's line. So I'm sure you know Joe Clare.
That's my partner, man. Joe Clare gave me clothes when I had no clothes.
Wow.
Like, for real, man, Joe been like friends for a long time. Like, right? I can't. I've been knowing Joe probably since 93, 94.
Gotcha.
Like around that time, because we all used to go to the Greek. We used to go to. I used to hang out with them Penn State boys up too.
Okay.
I go on to the Penn State boys. He turned me on to the Morgan boys. Then I turned him on to the UDC boys because BK took me in, and it was like we was just sharing information. We was just, and then we all just meet up at Philly Greek. You know what I mean?
Ooh, yeah.
It was
Philly
like
Greek
that.
and the Penn Relays.
Oh, the Penn Relays and Philly Greek was like that. So, those were good times. But like for Joe Clare, man, he was the first person I ever hung out with that really showed me how to go get it.
Yeah.
He was on Rap City at the time. He turned me on to getting on Teen Summit. He turned me on to getting on Planet Groove with Rachel and them. He allowed me to travel with him and just learn the nuances of what it means to really go get it, right?
Yeah.
And today Joe just a go-getter. He can get it. So, shout out to noobs like Joe Clare and all them brothers, man, that paved the way for us to be successful.
Yeah. Dope, man. I see you swing, Noob. Hey, Noob, I ain't no good, but I swing them. You know what I'm saying? I swing them a little bit. Matter of fact, I'm part of the Baltimore Black Horse Club. We play every Sunday at Carroll Park, man. But yeah, we're going to that golf another time because we're getting out of the third quarter, going up to 4 for the fourth quarter. Then we gonna head home. I wanted to ask you about politics because again, you have an amazing range of what you do. So you're running for city council right now, correct?
Yes, sir. I'm running.
Okay. Can you explain about your campaign and the things you're trying to do politically? Because guess what? I told a brother on Twitter, he's complaining about Sheila. I'm in Beemore. He's complaining about Brandon Scott, Sheila. And I'm like, well, brother, put some skin in the game. Get down. Why don't you take your position and make it better instead of complaining about what not saying you could do, but I'm just saying, like, you're actually doing it. So can you explain that?
First of all, politics is it's a situation that I never thought I would find myself in.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like I told myself when I'm never gonna get married, and now I'm married 16, 17 years. I used to tell myself I'm never gonna get in politics. And then I find myself in politics the last 3-4 years, and I'm glad I got into it. we need more political outsiders to come in that really are touching the community and really are hearing the voices of the people, because the people really are the policy. They really the people. The people are making the policy and creating the policy, but the lawmakers sometimes don't listen to it. We know what's going on in the neighborhood. We know what we need and everything. We just got to make policy to protect those individuals. So, my job, to me, God got me in it to be a voice of the people.
Okay.
And if I can continue to be a voice of the people and be a pragmatic Democrat and, use my common sense, and I know that I can continue to motivate others to get in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
So, having a successful mayor's run, first independent to get over 80,000 votes in Washington, D.C., and now coming back as a Democrat, where my roots lie, and just being able to see so many people excited about what we're doing.
Can I ask you a question, not to interrupt? Because I'm not organized. You look at my studio, man. I'm not organized at all. What type of organization does it take to run for mayor? You know what I mean? Like you had, you had to put everything into that, I'm sure. So, like just to be that organized, man, what did it take?
Well, you gotta understand, we couldn't outraise them.
Yeah.
The current mayor, she's a great raiser.
Yeah.
She raised probably $5 million. We raised $109,000. Okay. But organizing, I had over 500 and something volunteers, people that had never been a part of politics, getting involved with politics, and good leadership around me. So, campaign managers, chairs, and just, being able to organize. I looked at a movie the other day on Netflix called Rustin, and I would suggest that you look at it. And it's really about organizing and how they organized the March on Washington and how they pulled that off.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see that.
So, it's a fine line between a good and a bad organizer.
Yeah.
And to move and work with you.
Yeah.
And I just thank God that He gives me the strength every day to be able to get up and organize with people and see them just as excited as me.
Yeah. Well, Noops, guess what? You hear the sound. Game is over. 4 quarters over. Brother Grant, you came in, you had 13 threes, you ran for 5 touchdowns, you even played hockey and scored 4 or 5 goals, you know what I mean? But yeah, thank you very much for your time. And I'd like to do a little outro real quick, man. And on my outro, I just want to give the drummer some, because we just lost, I'm a music dude, man. We just lost 2 amazing drummers, man. And I'm talking about Aaron Spears. He was Usher's drummer. Everybody's drummer, but he was Usher's drummer. And also George Brown from Kool and the Gang. A lot of the hip hop music we listen to, those drum breaks, R.I.P. to those 2 brothers. Aaron, man, you got anything to say before we get out of here, bro?
No, man, thanks for your service to the community. I know you're on the road constantly, so to take the time to give back, to the kids and uplift the youth, I think that's a big deal, man. So thanks for taking some time out today.
Yes, sir.
That's appreciated.
Brother Grant, I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, but Brother Grant, can you just let people know how they can contribute to what you're doing, follow your campaign, follow what you do with comedy, follow what you're doing with the kids? Again, I can just keep going on and on, but can you let them know how to get the information about you?
Well, I'm gonna tell them it's very important that you guys hit grantatlarge.com. That's grantatlarge.com and be a part of the movement. Donate. I'm asking you 2 to donate as soon as we leave here. I'm asking people on here, we getting close to our goals. And, when you like a political outsider, you have to ask for your people. Like I damn near beg. Like, remember when you was in high school and you used to bum money, you used to bum a quarter? Quarter.
Yeah.
I want to win this race. I want you guys to be involved. If you're out there, $5, $10, $20 all makes a difference to my campaign. And we're gonna at the end of it on June 4th in the primary, we're gonna be successful and we're gonna win this thing and go into the general and win the whole thing. So I need you guys to just be involved with it, become a volunteer, put a yard sign in your yard if you're in DC, and keep supporting the Grand at Large movement.
Well, I tell you what, I saw the last flyer you had. I posted it on my joint. I didn't make it, but I'm in Baltimore, so the next thing you got, yeah, I'm gonna definitely follow and try to pull up, man, just to meet you, man, because again, you're an amazing man, and
I have the best fundraisers ever. We had Tiffany Haddish when I first won, Tommy Davidson, Pierre, Donnell Rollins, and Earthquake all on the first one. The second was Cat Williams, threw it for me. Mark Curry showed up, Zoo Man, Lil Mo, T.I., Tiny, all of them up, and all of the DC Celeste, Love and Merge, DC. I mean, it was just like star-studded, and we raising money right now. So, you know, if you want to put a group together in Baltimore, y'all want to put a group together in Pittsburgh, I'm going to pull up your 20 friends, your 10 friends, and let's do it.
That's awesome, man. Well, yo, this is Jay Sands. That's Aaron Burt. That's Red Grant. This is Sands on Sports, and we out of here, y'all. Peace.